Just like there are club rivalries in football, there are also international rivalries among international football teams. In this video we will talk about 10 international football rivalries, so sit back and enjoy. This rivalry exists between the national football teams of Mexico and the United States, widely considered the two major powers of CONCACAF. The first match was played in 1934 in Rome. Matches between the two nations often attract much media attention, public interest, and comment in both countries. The most important matchups take place in quadrennial FIFA World Cup qualification matches and major tournaments such as the CONCACAF Gold Cup. The Brazil-Argentina football rivalry is a sports rivalry between the national football teams of the two countries and their respective sets of fans. Games between the two teams, even those that are only friendly matches, are often marked by notable and controversial incidents. The rivalry has also been referred to as the Battle of the Americas. FIFA has described it as the essence of football rivalry. Brazil-Argentina matches are often known for the high level of competitiveness and talent between the two teams. Both countries have produced players considered at the time the best in the world, such as Alfredo Di Stefano, Diego Maradona and Lionel Messi for Argentina, and Pelé, Ronaldo and Ronaldinho for Brazil. The Germany-Netherlands football rivalry is one of the few long-standing football rivalries at a national level. Beginning in 1974 when the Dutch lost the 1974 FIFA World Cup to West Germany in the final, the rivalry between the two nations has become one of the best-known international football rivalries in the world. The El Salvador-Honduras football rivalry is a sports rivalry between the El Salvador and Honduras national football teams. The rivalry between the two nations peaked in 1969 when both teams played each other in the 1970 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, and the matches they played between each other, which ultimately saw El Salvador advance to the 1970 FIFA World Cup, were a contributing factor which led to the outbreak of the football war in July 1969. The England-Scotland football rivalry, between the England and Scotland national football teams, is the oldest international fixture in the world, first played in 1872 at Hamilton Crescent, Glasgow. Scottish nationalism has been a factor in the Scots' desire to defeat England above all other rivals. The rivalry has diminished somewhat since the late 1970s, particularly since annual fixtures stopped in 1989. For England, games against Germany and Argentina are now considered to be more important than the historic rivalry with Scotland. The Japan-South Korea football rivalry, between the Japan and South Korean national football teams, is one of many sports rivalries contested between Japan and South Korea. The two have played each other officially since 1954. The Croatia-Serbia football rivalry is a competitive sports rivalry that exists between the national football teams of the two countries and their respective sets of fans. The rivalry has been considered to be one of the most hostile in world football, despite the two national teams not having met often. Tensions between the nations are fueled by political differences which arose during the 20th century based on the events of World War II and the breakup of Yugoslavia. The two rivals had previously represented the Yugoslavian national football team, and contributed the bulk of the team's footballers during almost 70 years of its existence. Also known as the Iberian War, this is one of the oldest football rivalries in the world. Starting in 1921, Spain has had the advantage for most of the rivalry. It began on December 19, 1921, when Portugal lost 3-0 to Spain at Madrid in their first ever international friendly game. Both belong to the strongest football nations of the world. The Iran and Saudi Arabia national football teams are sporting rivals who have played each other since 1975. Iran and Saudi Arabia team have had 15 matches so far. All of their matches have been competitive and they have never played a friendly match. The first match was played on August 24, 1975, with Iran defeating Saudi Arabia 3-0. The France-Italy football rivalry is a football rivalry between the national football teams of Italy and France, having achieved 6 FIFA World Cups and 4 UEFA European Championships between the two countries. Italy has won 4 FIFA World Cups in 1934, 1938, 1982 and 2006, while France has won 2 FIFA World Cups in 1998 and 2018. Notable matches in the World Cup and the European Football Championship include the 2006 World Cup final, when the Italians defeated the French 5-3 in the penalty shootout, after a 1-1 draw, and the 2000 European Championship, won by France with an extra-time golden goal by David Trezeguet.